Morning, dear students. As we all are facing a very tough time and unable to come out of our home due to coronavirus outbreak. But still most of us are trying our level best to render the services from our home. In this term, Madhav India Public School has also started online classes for our dear children so that your studies should not be hindered. I, Jyoti Sharma, will be taking class 9th English literature classes for you all. English book has two books. The first one is English Reader, which is Beehive. Another one is Supplementary Reader, that is Moments. Today, I will begin with the explanation of the first poem from the book Beehive, which entitles The Road Not Taken, Part 1. As you can see the text of the poem, The Road Not Taken. This well-known poem is about making choices and the choices that shape us. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes simply but insightfully about common, ordinary experiences. Before beginning the explanation of the poem, I would like to give some introduction about the poem, what it is all about. In the poem, The Road Not Taken, the road symbolizes our life. The poet says that the path that we don't choose in our life is the road not taken. He describes his feelings about that choice that he had left in the past. The path which we have chosen decides our future and our destination. The most important message that the poet wants to give is that the choice that we make has an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, we regret it, but cannot go back on it. So we must be very wise while making the choices. Now, we'll begin with the first explanation of the first four lines. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Here, the word diverged means separated and took a different direction. The last word of the first line, yellow wood, means a forest and decomposed leaves. The last line, the last word, undergrowth, means dense growth of plants and bushes, especially in the forest. Here I begin with the explanation of the text. The two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. Once the poet was walking down the road, and there was a diversion. There were two different paths, and he had to choose one of them. He regrets that why he could not travel on both the roads. He finds himself in difficulty that he could not choose both the roads to travel. Why? Because he was confused. The same happens in our life also. We get confused when we have to take a decision. The poet says that he was the one person. He could not travel on one road only. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as he could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Yellowwood refers to the trees with yellow leaves. The season of autumn. Here you should mention that yellowwood refers to the season of autumn. The poet kept standing there and looked at the path very carefully, as far as he could see it. Before taking the path, he wanted to know how it was. He was able to see the path till from where it curved, after which it was covered with trees and was hidden. It happens in our life also. When we have choices, we have alternatives, but we have to choose only one of them. We take time to think about the pros and cons, whether it is suitable for us or not. And only then we can take a decision on what direction or path we should move on. Thank you.